Morning.
Morning. Mikel Arteta has just been talking about the impact you played this season. You talked about you being heavily involved last season despite the frustration of your injury.
Yeah.
I wondered how well that had made you have the impact that you've had and be able to take up quite a senior leader role you described already this season.
I think it's just like it helped a lot with being comfortable with the team, with my teammates, getting to know them. Obviously, for them to get to know me, and I just wanted to stay involved. I was looking them from a distance, from the stands, obviously, and it was amazing to see them. I just wanted to be a part of that, and that feeling I had already last year, and now I'm a part of it. So I'm really grateful to be a part of it.
You've played a lot of Champions League football, not so much for Arsenal, but for Ajax. And I wondered the sort of skills that you need on a big Champions League night against a side like PSG. That kind of streetwise now. So what messages are you giving to some of the players in your squad that haven't had the opportunities you've had?
I think a lot of players played a lot of big games. Of course, the Champions League is a bit different. I think the games are a bit different, but it's not really different to the big games you have in the Premier League. So a lot of players know. I don't need to tell them how they need to play tomorrow or how they need to prepare for these big games. But obviously, we need to play with a lot of courage and just be who we are and show that tomorrow.
Moose?
Hi, how are you?
Good. You?
Yeah, good, thank you. This is not the PSG with all the big names, massive names it's had in the last few years. Still got some big names, but you just don't, play there or Messi or Neymar. How different do you have to take this challenge to maybe the challenge of playing against this kind of team a year or two ago?
I haven't played against them, so it's hard for me to say. In that time where they had those big players that you mentioned, I still think they're a really good team, really well coached, and they have so many good players, like world-class players still. So I don't think we will approach it differently. We just have to be prepared for tomorrow, and really just focus on ourselves as well.
Well, focusing on yourself. Last season, you didn't play, but you were very hands-on, watching and being involved.
Yeah.
This year's going to be looks like being very similar to last year. We're going to go very deep in terms of being title contenders and in this competition as well. How easy is it to be able to produce every 2 or 3 days the kind of performances you need if you're going to win silverware?
I've done it with Ajax, of course, but this is on a whole different level. And I'm just realizing that now because I'm not just playing now. I watched the team, what I said, from a distance, and they were absolutely they were machines if I looked at them last year. And we have to be this year the same because our competition, our opponents that want the same thing, are machines as well. We have to be on that level every single time. It's not easy, but I think we have a really good squad, a good staff, and good fans that will push us all the way through.
Alex?
Thank you.
Hi, Jurrien. Just following on from that, Arsenal the last couple of years have turned into title challengers and hopefully wanted to do the same in the Champions League. Is it more of a mental challenge than anything than a physical challenge to keep at that level?
I think both. Physical stuff as well. It's just we played 2 days ago. We all know how many games we have to play. So physical stuff, but mentally it's also really tough. I'm just enjoying it right now because I couldn't play last year, and now I'm playing games, so I'm just enjoying that. That's it, honestly.
Sam?
Hi, we all saw how unlucky you were at the start of last season, and then, by complete coincidence, Mikel Merino's also got injured very early on since joining. Just wondered if you've spoken to him at all or given him any of your experiences from last year of settling in while not being able to play.
To be honest, I think he's doing that really well for himself. He's a great character in the group. He's like I was last year, trying to be with the group a lot. He's doing the same thing, and so I don't really need to help him with that because he's doing it himself already in a perfect way. And we can't wait until we have him in the squad to play for us.
I wanted to ask you as well about your twin brother.
Yeah.
It's quite unusual, 2 twins who are both top football players.
Yeah.
How close are you still? I think you used to live together in the same room until...
I think now it's 2 years ago that we still slept in the same room. We played each other, and we in the evening we saw each other in the room. It was quite funny, but I think it's just a lot of fun, you know, seeing him. I play tomorrow and he's playing, I think, on Wednesday. So my family, my mom and brothers are coming tomorrow to London, and then he plays Girona away, I think, and the next morning they will fly to Spain. So it's just a lot of fun, I think, watching him and me play on this level. It's just an honor, I think.
Art?
Hi. First of all, do you prefer Jurrien or Jurrien?
Let's say Jurrien. Like everyone in England says Jurrien.
I was just wanted to ask, when you first came last season, a lot of us were maybe expecting you to play right back and centre back, and then we saw you playing left back. I was just wondering, was that a surprise for even you, as it was for us at the time?
Yeah, a bit, to be honest. It happened in pre-season. It was before, I think, Barcelona, where I played in the training. I played left back all of a sudden, and I was like, okay, there's a chance I'm going to play left back tomorrow. I was like, yeah, that's okay. Just do my thing and enjoy it. And I'm just happy when I play, you know. I think it's a good thing being versatile and being able to play on multiple positions.
Obviously, being able to play both, you've done that this season as well. Was that something, being in all those team meetings, helped you kind of understand those roles a bit more? And was there anything that kind of stuck out to you in those meetings you were in?
Yeah. I'm just trying to pay attention in those meetings because it's a lot, and you play a lot of games. So that's what he said as well. As mentally, it's a lot as well. And I'm just paying attention for every position I'm being able to play. You know.
Isan?
Hi, Jurrien. On social media, I've noticed you often post Bible
Yeah.
verses and references on that. And of course, Bukayo Saka, he's a practicing Christian too. Through Christianity, what kind of influence does that have on you playing football, and are you too close because of that aspect at all?
Not just because of that. I'm really good with Bukayo, but also with more players in the team. Maybe for me, my faith is everything. You know, I wake up with it, I go to sleep with it, and this is where I get my confidence from. So I like to share it with the football world, but also just with other people, if that's possible. You know.
In terms of the playing aspects, you've obviously recently been you and Calafiori as the fullbacks. What element does that bring to Arsenal that's been different, say, to last season, or what kind of different things do you guys bring to the pairing?
I think everyone has his own qualities. It's just not just me and Ricardo, but obviously I think everyone can see how good he is. A fantastic player and good character. And you guys are enjoying watching him, but we are also enjoying play with him.
Jordan?
Hi, Jurrien. It's been an intense few weeks, a lot of big games, another big game tomorrow. But just how the squad have reacted to it, and does it just show how tough mentally, physically this squad is to take on big challenges?
I think that's it. What you're saying, you know, we've been through a lot the last couple of weeks. Things happened in matches that we didn't expect or could prepare for. But I think the team showed again and again that we're ready for everything that's coming, and we have to be if we want to achieve amazing things this season.
And when you look around the squad, I mean, you've been in Champions League campaigns. Is this a squad that can go a long way in competition and balance that with a title race as well?
Definitely. I think we have a really good deep squad, and that can achieve amazing things if we keep going like we're doing, and like the team was already doing that for the last 2 years, I think.
Kaya?
Just following up on that theme of toughness, we saw it a bit from the North London derby with Bukayo and sort of standing your ground there. Obviously, it's a bit different from the Eredivisie in terms of the Premier League and the more physical approach. But how are you enjoying those kind of battles? So what's like the one in North London derby as well?
Yeah, it was my first, so I felt the tension and the importance of winning that game. But it was lovely playing it and winning it. Obviously, that was the most important thing. And it got a bit hectic that moment, but at the end, it was a really nice day.
And following on again from what Art was saying about versatility, if I'm not mistaken, you played a little bit in midfield as well as anywhere across the back line. Is that correct?
I've played midfield at Ajax a couple of times, in the youth as well, but mainly as a centre back or a full back.
Would you sort of be open to the idea if Mikel came to you and said, "I need you to play in midfield tomorrow"? Would that be something you're open to?
Of course. Everywhere he wants to play me, I will give my best always.
Mike? Yeah.
Before the last round of Champions League games, Rodri at Manchester City and Alisson at Liverpool both had made comments about the extra games in the group phase this season and whether we're approaching the stage where players are being asked to play too many games. as someone who missed nearly all of last season, are you keen to go on strike, or I'd imagine you'd be keen to play players?
No. To be honest, I totally agree with them. I think it's also like a big topic at the moment in dressing rooms. Not only at City and Liverpool, also in our dressing room. But for me, what you said, I didn't play last season. So I'm just enjoying playing now. You won't hear me complain, but I totally understand what they're saying.
Do you think players are more at risk of serious injury? You spent 9 months out last year. Are players at more risk of injury if they're being asked to play more and more and more at club level?
Definitely. I think it's honestly a dangerous thing. Even last week, I think we played City, and City played 2 days later. They played again. I think that's too much, And understand why these players are complaining.
Simon?
We heard from Mikel the other week on that topic, and he sort of stressed the point that players need to be heard in these conversations. Is that an important thing, that whatever happens with the calendar schedule, that the players are the ones that are listened to and the voices are heard?
Yeah, and I think it's a really good thing that the players are speaking out now and let the voices hear, because it doesn't look like it's getting any less at the moment. We're trying to be there every game and give our best, but it gets hard if the games are like coming, especially in England without having a winter break. I think it's really hard.
And in that sense, in this new format where if you're in the top 8, you save yourselves 2 games.
That makes a difference. Yeah, I think that makes a difference. Of course, you want to be in the top 8 because you wanna end the highest possible. But in this case, it also makes a difference for your team, like resting in that bit.